You're mute.
And we're live. Welcome, everybody.
Hello, hello. I love to see where everybody's coming from. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
So we're going to give just a few minutes for people to come on, but as you can tell, we've been sending out some emails. Something new is coming, and we are excited to give you some updates.
Yes, we're really excited. Lots of people have been commenting on our posts, and they're wanting to see what's going on. So we're excited to share that with you all today.
So I don't know if I should start. It seems kind of quiet here. I guess I could go ahead and make sure that I introduce everybody at this point. But Joseph on the top is from Nashville area. John is from Dayton, Tennessee, fairly close to Nashville. I'm Linda from Kansas City area. And then Tom is from the Portland, Oregon area. And everybody has had a lot to do with WAVwatch the last couple of years. So we are just so excited to really give you all the little details. I have started developing the WAVwatch probably about 16 years ago. I did have some original artwork done for a possible patent work. And so I've been working on this for a while. And then I moved to the Kansas City area, and I met Tom at an inventor workshop, I think, kind of somehow made that connection there. And so I worked with Tom a couple years in Kansas City, and then he decided to go AWOL on me, I guess, and move completely away. So he was involved with several projects. And then my two sons, Joseph and John, have just come on board the last year and a half. Is that correct? Somewhere in that time frame. So we're a full crew here today. And then Tom's wife, Terry, is also with us too. And she's doing a lot of answering a lot of questions and things. So what do you think? Are we ready to start?
Sounds good.
Ready?
We're ready. Sorry, I was sending another email. All right.
So we just wanted to thank you today for being on this journey with us, because you've been so helpful as we really developed a brand new product, something that had not been done before. And we had some basic ideas when we started. We tried to develop something that was useful, that could be, on your body, easy to use, and simplistic, but have a lot of ideas and a lot of different things that could be affecting your body with just one small tool. Because I think my concept was that we are going to be having a lot of tools if we do not realize the simplicity of working with frequencies. And that's my whole concept, is that frequencies can be used together, utilized for a lot of different ideas on one tool instead of many tools, one idea for each tool. So that's what we worked so hard on. So thank you again for helping us and all of the things that you have done for us. And I guess we want to thank you too specifically for Dragonfly. When we were nominated for an award on Dragonfly, they said that you, our listeners, our users, were the best people, and actually just, what's a good word?
Fanatical fans, frequency fanatics, aptly named.
And so we catapulted to the top of this category because of you. So again, thank you for being on this journey with us. You have been so helpful for everything that we've been doing. All right. I think we're getting there. We got lots of people watching, so we're set.
Thanks everybody for joining. We'll start with our disclaimer. The WAVwatch is a low-risk acoustical frequency product in the general wellness category, designed to support self-care and overall wellness. It's not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. The WAVwatch is not FDA approved or classified as a medical device, and its frequencies are considered experimental. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about, as Linda said, we love all of you, the way that you're so engaging and, just tell us what you think. And that's actually been a huge part of the journey to this, what we're calling WAVwatch 2.0. And so we have done thousands of survey responses. You guys have given us thousands of responses. You've given reviews on the website, comments on Facebook. Every weekly webinar, you're giving us ideas. And, our customer support team, Tom and Terry and all of the crew, there are lots of them, are always saying, hey, this customer said this, what about this? And so what we've done is really just gone through the data to figure out what we can do to make the WAVwatch better for you all. And so I've just got a few things on the screen there. It's hard to read, but we really have coalesced these down into a few key ideas. But the real goal here is that more people can experience the power of WAVwatch. We want to make it, easier to use, simpler. And so these are kind of the main themes that came up: smaller, lighter, easier to use, more durable, more water resistant. So that's really the why behind 2.0. And so our chief product officer, John, my brother, is going to tell us more about it. You're on mute.
It is all of those things: smaller, lighter. There is no mute button apparently, but no, I'm just kidding. And we've been working very hard to try to put something together that, like Linda and Joseph said, that more people can be able to use even more effortlessly and simply. And I could not be more excited about it. We're not talking about frequency sets yet, but basically I think it all began with a journey that we took as a team, and that we started really being able to figure out the core behind the product and how we could work together to make something that was even more accessible. And so yeah, I can't wait to be able to share this with you and to see how it does for all of you. So,
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Ta-da! Is that what we're saying? So this is our 9-month effort. We've been working on it since March.
Or a year, depending on how long you count. A long time. It's been
all kinds of ideas before then.
Yeah. So yeah, really excited. And the other big thing, ta-da! Rose gold.
Rose gold we are most excited about. And then yeah, let's see.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. So as we're on this screen, there's something that we it's actually not written in any of the different comparisons we're about to show you, but something I'm super excited about is if you'll notice on the rose gold model, you'll see a little bit of a blue or a little bit of a purple piece starting to go around the curve, and I've got one here as it comes around the side. And then on the graphite version, and these watch faces are also interchangeable between either unit, but on the graphite version, you'll see a progress bar across the bottom. Basically, another thing that all of you, almost to a person, wanted was some sort of a progress bar to show where the frequencies are in their journey. And so as that completes its circle or completes its journey across the bottom of the screen, that shows you where you are on that frequency. So super excited in that progress bar.
That's pretty awesome.
Here's our size comparison. When we looked through all of the thousands of survey responses and heard, it's too big, I need it a little bit smaller to wear. That was our first the first thing that we tried to go ahead and work with, so that we could get something that's a bit more easy to wear and that your cuffs can fit over better, and is more palatable for all ages. So.
Yeah, as John said, one of the big things we realize is that maybe some of your kids or grandkids are like, it's a little too big to wear out in public. But hey, we are excited to have something that we would say, hey, this is not only wearable for all ages, but it also, dare I say, has a stylish look. What do you think?
There you go.
So yeah, we're pretty excited. And I'm just going off the cuff here, John, but I was wondering if you've got one there, do you want to maybe just we could have your video large and you could just kind of show people a little bit of a demo? I don't know why we didn't think of this earlier, but you comfortable?
Glad I combed my hair, buddy. I'm ready. All right. Yeah,
All
I'll see
right.
if I can do a demo backwards. No big deal.
Sorry to put you on the spot, but we might as well have a
Totally
demo,
fine.
right? All right.
Oh yes, let's keep it there. Even better.
Well, you go ahead and talk, and then I'll sell it on you.
Okay, so I'm wearing the graphite version right here, and it's, you can see how we've got this button here. If I'm being dyslexic. All right, there we go. That button. Okay, so can you guys see okay, or is it mirrored incorrectly?
It is upside down. I don't know if you could.
Yeah, well, it's upside
Yeah.
down, but use the other one, the rose gold one.
Okay, yes, it was up. That was me. Okay, sorry.
Just use
all
the
right.
rose gold one to show us.
Yes. So I've got a rose gold model here. And I think that the best way to really introduce this beauty is the long press. So we're going to do a long press to open it up, and I'm turning it so you can't see the screen. So the long press, and we have a welcome. Yes. And then you've got favorites, of which there are, drum roll, 6 different sets of favorites. And then you can scroll through the categories that everyone's familiar with, although there's even a few more, which we'll talk about. And then within our settings, you can change the watch face from digital to analog. You can change the display, the brightness, 5 different levels, as well as like a timer that keeps it on or not. And then we've got date and time. We're still working through different languages. And then also the all files that everyone's familiar with. Let's see. And then it scrolls back and forth. And then in order to get out of this, you simply push here. And then basically when you're in the play mode, if you've got the watch and it's playing a frequency, you can touch the bottom of it and it will go to the play screen. And then from there, you can touch the top of it and it goes back to the menu where you can choose other things. And then
You want to show us a category or some of the files?
When the watch is playing a frequency, in order to maintain battery, you don't wake it up by touching the screen. You wake it up with a short press on this button on the upper right side, this one right here. And then the menus, is that what you're watching, Joseph? Actually, yeah. I'm going to go from the play screen here. We've got where you can add it very easily to one of 6 playlists. And then additionally, you can do the play through or repeat that one. And then you can also, with a long hold on the forward, you can actually fast forward kind of through the frequencies. Most of the frequency sets are about an hour and 4 minutes long. They've been curated, and we'll talk about that more in a moment. And then Joseph was wanting me to also talk about this screen, which goes through. We've got favorites, and then first wave, brain wave, chronic.
Yeah, just show us. I meant show us one of those. Yeah.
So first wave, if you would have read the manual for our last device, because I know that all of you did, because we all read every single manual. But if you would have read the manual, it always said, and actually, Linda, why don't you quote it for us? What do you always recommend starting with, Linda?
With inflammation, pain, and trauma,
Okay.
and then parasites, and then detox, and I think that
Yeah.
was those
Yeah,
were the
yeah.
major things.
And
Yeah.
so so we put that very first. So if there's anyone hypothetically that doesn't read the manual, you go to first wave and you've got Lime wave, Parawave, that's parasite, and then wave defense, and then wave detox. There's 3 different types of detox here. That is chemical support, environmental support, and metal support. And then additionally, we have wave relief. Wave relief is basically a rebranded inflammation, pain, and trauma, and it's definitely woven into the fabric of the WAVwatch, as that's a huge thing that's been very successful for many of our users, and something we obviously very strongly recommend. So that's just first wave, and then brainwave obviously is things for brain and cognition. And then I'm also excited. We really worked hard on the emotions. I mean, we worked hard on everything, but I'm so excited about all of this. So we've got kids folder, and then
Looking awesome, John. Thank
yeah,
you.
you're welcome.
Do-
I'm ready.
I didn't. Sorry, I didn't know if you wanted to show the whole thing. I just wanted to give people a taste of it. But if you want to do the whole
Yeah.
thing, go for
And
it.
then I'll go ahead and take my other one off here, so that people can see the side by side of the watch and whatnot. So we've got 2 here, just like this. I'm trying to make it where the screens are better to see.
Yeah. Nice.
There we go.
That is awesome.
And
I'm
believe us,
so
we would have
excited.
had a round one from the start if we could have, but ours was the first tool to start with that even had the concept of using some kind of a music player with frequencies. And so that's what we could start with. So now the technology was available to make it round. So
Mhm.
it's exciting.
And,
Yeah.
and speaking of round, I'm not sure. For me, sometimes I would wear the version 1 of the WAVwatch, and there was this term sound leakage, or you can, but sometimes you could hear a lot of sound that was escaping because the speaker being in a different position. But you can see that the speaker is just like this, and it presses directly into your skin. And then I'm gonna do this so you guys can hear. So you can hear the watch working, but when it's touching my skin, so you hear it, and then as soon as it really makes good contact with my skin, it is very much putting the sounds directly into your body rather than into the air as much. So a big improvement there.
That's awesome. Thanks for letting me put you on the spot for the demo. That was well done. sorry, buddy.
All good.
All right. Well, yeah. So you want to talk? You already hinted at this, but there's a few big differences with 2.0 with the playlists and frequencies.
Yeah. So not only, and I'll go in order here. So we had 3 playlists, and I will say sometimes it was difficult to access the playlist number 2 and 3 without pushing a lot of extra buttons. But now we've got 6 playlists that are all very accessible in the same way, which is that if you are putting something into a playlist, you simply push the heart button, and then you can immediately choose exactly which playlist you want to put it into right there. And then if it's in multiples, you'll see a red, you'll see the heart being red for whichever multiple playlist it's currently in, at the same time. All right, so that was playlists that we have 3 of. And then Linda she's like the frequency curator, and she was able to add even more frequencies for us to work with into this one. A lot of the let's just say more on the oncology type side, which is exciting, and that we've been able to weave into our playlists and as our frequency sets. So basically, in order to make the watch even more simple for our users, what we were able to do is make frequency sets. And what is a frequency set? Well, the majority of the frequencies on WAVwatch 1.0 were 8-minute frequencies. And then whether it was a playlist that was already there, or if people curated their own playlists, we were noticing that many of our users were not getting the full benefit of the watch if they weren't pairing things such as putting a detox at the end of after something else, or Linda, if you want to help also fill in here, but basically we curated these frequency sets so that users would get the most benefit with also the absolute simplicity of having to push one button for something. So that was what we've been working the most. That was the hardest work for Linda and I as we put those together. And then so
another way to say that is that I spent a lot of time with hour-long Zoom calls, trying to teach you that you could use the frequencies for the liver, just for one idea, and then also use that along with, if you were working with bacteria or viruses or anything from the germ folder, you also wanted to make sure that those were cleaned out so you could play the liver ideas and the lymph node ideas. So now we've done all that background work for you and put those into larger ideas. Now, I had just a few of those on the original watch and we called them combos, but now everything is in a frequency set, and we have really worked to curate those, as John would be saying, and put those together so that you don't have to be jumping all over to put something into a playlist as much as you used to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and I could say absolutely, if you think about it, we've created these, really, John and Lynn have done all the hard work, but then everybody, you've all been involved in this because you've given us feedback and said, hey, I use this frequency for this and it's worked really well. And you've answered surveys and you've talked to our support team. You've been on the webinar. So really, you guys have helped us curate these, as well as John and Linda and others doing a lot of research on the work of Royal Raymond Rife for kind of the holistic paradigm. So if you think about it, one of the frequency sets that we're really excited about is for sleep. And so we used to say on a webinar, if you're dealing with sleep, it could be emotional. So maybe play the calming. It could be tension. So play inflammation, pain, and trauma, play a back pain frequency. So all these ideas that we are holistic beings, and we've gone ahead and just done that work for you. So you don't have to think about that. You just hit the frequency that says sleep balance. Is that what it's called, John, in self-care? So, and that's a 1-hour playlist just to help you get to sleep. And in addition, John's got a full sleep one you can talk about as well.
Yeah, and I think that was next in your list of in that last slide. But basically, one of the things I'm the most excited about is the sleep frequencies. So under the sleep, I need to turn off my filter so that you guys can see this more.
Somebody has a loud ding going on. If we can turn that off too. If possible. That's all right. You're good now.
So under in the categories, under the sleep folder, what you would want to do is, if you're going to sleep at 8 p.m., you simply push this one. And I wish I was going to sleep at 8 p.m., but it's more like 9 or 10. But you just click whatever one you're around the time you're starting, and then basically, as long as it's set to the play through rather than the repeat function, you don't want the repeat function, then all throughout the night, using some of the wisdom of what we know of as the Chinese body clock and thinking about our circadian rhythms, we've curated sleep frequencies, and we were super excited to collaborate with some folks that are on the faculty of the Sleep Balance Academy. And we use a lot of the knowledge that Linda has gained over the past 20 years doing this. And so I'm really, really excited about sleep, because I think it's such a foundational thing that often gets overlooked in our wellness, is getting great balanced sleep. So that's one of my favorite things that I'm super excited about. So absolutely.
You want to talk about something?
Someone did ask if there were sleep frequencies for kids, and that really does take care of it.
Yeah, they're the same. I guess if maybe we can add another one for a 7 p.m. bedtime. But yes, these are good for whether you're a child or an adult.
And so the idea behind using the Chinese body clock on that is, if you wake up from 1 to 3 all the time, the Chinese body clock would be telling you that your liver is not functioning as good as it needs to. So that's what's playing at that particular time. So you can look up the Chinese body clock if you want to learn a little bit more information about what might be behind the scenes on that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Do you guys want to talk about some of the new ideas you've put in the 2.0 device?
So John, you kind of already introduced the first wave and brainwave. Did you want to talk about brainwave just a little bit more?
Yeah, we can talk about brainwave. Caught myself reading through comments instead of paying better attention to my brother. Sorry. So brainwave, we have something I'm super excited about within brainwave is we've got athletic brain recovery, which is it's kind of French for concussion protocol, and then we've got brain recovery, brain support, cognitive wellness, mental clarity, neurological wellness, recall boost, and spectrum balance. So a lot of really amazing things that are built into this device. That are all about brain health, which is such an important thing, especially in this day and age. So, and then chronic is as we would have remember it. Actually, I could go through this like this, but we also have a slide later that'll go through almost all the different categories and such. But some really, really exciting things that we've been able to bring into it. And I will also go ahead and say that the kids one is super exciting. We've got kids cough, kids first aid, kids sleep aid, and then kids spectrum balance, as well as virus and vitamin support.
Mm-hmm.
So
awesome. And so some other ideas as well that you guys have added to 2.0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, leaky gut is something, it's not just a buzzword. It's something that a lot of people are struggling with, and there's a lot of different names that's called, and different ways that's discovered in people, but something that we're doing our best to help support as well. And then a first aid, and that sounds kind of crazy, but it's pretty exciting to be able to put something together for that. Whether we've got a scrape or kind of whatever, as you're putting a Band-Aid on, it'd be good to put this one on too. And Joseph, are we to the point where you can show if I was wondering, if I had something going on, how would I work with,
We'll get there. We'll get there. It's coming up, but I did want to say too, did you mention autoimmune, John, for Hashimoto's or anything like that? So just, a lot of people also asking about thyroid health, about autoimmune. So we've added some things in there for that as well, just to note that. But yeah, so here's the great thing too, is that, the WAVwatch 1.0 with 1,000 frequencies was a long list of frequencies and trying to find all those. So we've simplified that. Yeah, Linda's got the booklet there. It's pretty substantial booklet.
Pages, but I tried to make it big so it was readable. Come on now.
I know, it's great. But I was just saying that we're excited that we've been able to simplify that and put all those on one page.
One page.
So the same power.
Will love this.
Yeah,
will love this.
Just a lot easier to use and understand. And if you are a frequency fanatic and you want to know exactly which frequency is, we do have a tool, and I'll show you a little demo of that right now. So in this example, if you're like me and you're kind of brain foggy sometimes, I know this doesn't happen to all of you, but for those that it does, that frequency, you can just type it in here in the frequency finder, and it'll say, hey, that's in the brainwave folder under the recall boost. So it gives you an exact, if you're looking for an exact frequency. And so
they spend a lot of time doing that. And if you're used to, a specific idea and you don't know which folder it's in, it's still there. Every single thing that was in the original one is still there. It might just be in a different folder. So you just use that tool to find which folder. And then then you're done. Just a one-time use if you need it.
Yeah. And then you know where everything, but it's a great point that everything in the 1,000 frequency is in the 2.0 and more that we mentioned, like we've added. So
do not worry, frequency fanatics. We're here for you.
Yes. And a couple just big things that we, just to iterate here, is that, 2.0 is meant to be more comfortable, water resistant, smart charging, and coming with some different sizes and colors for the watch itself and the wristband. And here, this guy is amazing. We're so excited to have him to walk you through the tech specs. But if you guys haven't talked to Tom yet, he heads our customer support, and he's an amazing guy. So, Tom, take it
Well,
away.
thank you. I'm sure many of you have got to listen to me over the phone as I work through different questions you might have. But yeah, some of the things that we took all of the information and the answers that you all gave us to kind of direct us on how best to create a device that would be better suited going into the future. Part of that is making it smaller. So the screen is smaller, but we made sure like the text on the screen is still large and easy to read. The speaker has been improved compared to the previous version, as well as that better isolation that John showed. I've always heard from many people about being out around town and getting questions from random passerbys about the noise that they're hearing. This will hopefully eliminate that interaction into the future. So you feel more comfortable being able to wear it at the time that you find best. Additionally, to kind of fall in line with our recommendations on how long to use it on a daily basis, the new watch will be able to achieve the 6 to 8 hours of use per charge. So while it's being smaller, we did have to reduce that battery size slightly, but still achieving the major recommendation on how long to use it. You can always charge it afterwards to continue to use it. We upgraded the charge. The board on the board, there's a charge mechanism. We've improved that so that you can better utilize that battery usage and then be able to continue on your way after you charge it up without worrying about the any ill effects to the battery over time. All the memory is all built into the watch. You don't have to worry about a memory card popping out or any of those oddities you may have run into in the version 1. We've kind of integrated all of that to further reduce any headaches that you might run into. The battery charging, which I don't know if John, something you can show maybe after this. The clasp on the back of the watch to do the charging. It's actually a magnetic clasp that will lock onto the device to charge it, as opposed to having a fiddly charging port that can sometimes be difficult to use. But what that really does is it further increases the water resistance, which was really the number one thing that we've been trying to improve over the life of the device. And I think we're finally at that point where we're really in a good place with the water resistance on this new watch. And then the smart charging. You're not limited to just the charging block that came with the version 1, which was a very limited. You're now able to use the same charging block you use for your phone or whatever device you may already have, or if you have a portable charging device. You can now use those items to charge your watch on the fly or however you choose to do so.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. John, do you want to show the charging port he was mentioning?
You're on mute.
I was responding to a comment directly. You didn't need to hear my keyboard clacking. Okay, so the back of the watch, we've got these ports right here, and magnetically there's a charger. It only goes one way, and it will magnetically attach, and that can be and then it's just a standard USB-A that goes to this. And I think Tom also was talking about smart charging, which is super exciting. It makes it where you can't overcharge this, as is potentially sometimes possible with the first version, and it's a better power controller. So very exciting, and you can see the back here.
Very cool. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
Yeah. So one of the important things, and Linda, I know you can speak into this too, is we really want to make sure that current purchasers of the watch are taken care of. And so we have created an upgrade card for you. We're calling this the 1.9. This is as close as 2.0 as you can get. So that's why it's 1.9. And so all of the frequency sets that you've seen us talking about are in this card. The only thing is that it does not include the sleep folder because we can't add a new folder to the existing watch. But all the other frequency sets, everything we've talked about is in this upgrade card. And so, yeah, Linda, you want to say anything about that, or? Yeah,
I
it's
think
okay.
I think you got it covered. So,
And so one of the things that, if you recently bought a WAVwatch since October 1st, you are eligible to get a free upgrade card. So we just wanted to be generous and give that to all the recent purchasers. So you've got as close to 2.0 as possible. And for everyone else for this launch, we're giving 50% off of this upgrade card. So the list price is $99. So just use the code CARD UPGRADE and you'll get 50% off your 1.9 upgrade card. So
perfect.
All right. And here's an unboxing video so you can see the packaging. Oh, yep.
Hmm. See how small that is compared to our 24-page booklet?
Keeping it simple, y'all.
Yep.
All right.
A heavier case.
Yep.
And there it is.
It will ship with the screen protector, and then it'll have an additional protector, and then right now is shown as the screen protector that you can manually put on, and it's almost differently than the square one. It's even easier to put it on perfectly. It fits just right. I've put about 4 of them on already, so yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's been way easier to put those on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd see we've already had a lot of questions in the chat about existing users and frequencies and all that. So, but if you have any more questions, feel free to drop those in the chat, and we can take a few minutes to answer those now.
I saw one. Someone was asking about the warranty, and that is still available. But you might add to that a little bit more, Joseph. They would order the warranty after they get the watch. Right now we were on pre-order, so some more information on that.
Yeah, we'll get to the pre-order in a minute. That's a great point, but they can order the warranty at the same time. Yeah, that's no problem.
And speaking of warranties, I'm super excited that we'll actually have a serial number system, which will make it even easier to keep track of those warranties, etc. So kudos to Tom and the rest of our team for being able to work on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just looking through the comments for any questions.
The updated card will include all of the sets of frequencies, so it will make it much easier for you to use. That's the whole idea for getting that updated card, if you would like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we spoke on it. It is also a pre-order, and it will ship off once we have that stock.
Yes, thank you. Great point, Tom. And I can show that page. So people are asking who is eligible. So anybody since Tom, what is it, December 22? If your WAVwatch is before that, you won't be able to use the upgrade card.
That's correct. Yeah, an older version. If you bought before December of 2022, sadly that does not qualify for that card.
But anybody else can buy the card and that discount, and you can get 50% off if you purchase since October 1st. I know that Terry dropped this in the chat. There's a link to request a free card if you purchase since October 1st.
And we are very apologetic. We didn't know how to jump in and have 1.0 and then go to 2.0. I guess we're not an Apple at this company at this point in time. And so, we're just slowly changing over. And so we appreciate that we can just give you an update card if you ordered within the last 30 days. We would be more than glad to do that.
Yeah. And John, you're going to answer this question.
Well, why don't you introduce it and then I'll finish it. So.
Well, so for weight loss and hair loss, you got it.
I was just going to say, thanks for joining us from Israel this morning. It's probably not morning for you, but I can tell you that the weight loss, I wish I had it, where it wouldn't activate unless I was working out. Then it would be even better weight loss frequencies. But we have emotional wellness, metabolic support, and weight balance. Those 3 are all over an hour long, and they can be played in sequence. And then there's both a hair loss frequency set for both men and women within that corresponding folder. Oh, I see you're still on me. It didn't go back to the other screen.
Yeah,
So
we're on you. Put the
healthy
watch right in
hair
the middle.
on the men's side. Healthy hair is where you'd go for that, and it's got a great set. And then also on the women's side. So yeah, we've done both of those types of frequency sets, and I'm trying to shed some pounds even before the new year. So I'll let you know how that goes. Project trying out the weight loss stuff. So.
You're looking great. So for all the people who've asked in the chat about the 1.9 upgrade, there's the code card upgrade is your discount code. And then in the chat, there's a link for that. So any other questions you guys saw in the chat? I guess people are asking about the price, so we can go ahead and get to that and tell you a little bit more. So we are taking pre-orders, as Tom mentioned now, for both the device and the 1.9 upgrade card. So for the pre-order, it is 50% payments and then 50% on November 20th when we're expecting to hopefully be shipping those out. It may be later. That's why we're saying first week of December at the latest. So payment methods at this time is standard credit card only. If you want to do monthly payments or HSA, FSA, they're not eligible for the pre-order setup. Some of them you maybe just be able to pay full price, but I'm not sure. I know that our customer support on our pre-order said it's just not guaranteed to work. But when we have them out of pre-order in the next few weeks, then anybody can buy it with payment plans or HSA, FSA. So that's the pre-order, and the price is $697. And today, let me get back to the next for this launch. We are doing an exclusive discount for the rest of this week. You can use the code WAVwatch100 or your preferred affiliate codes. And for any affiliates or people watching, all of the same standard affiliate codes that worked on WAVwatch 1.0 work on 2.0. So same code, same setup and everything for affiliates.
And these sales will coincide. They don't take away from an affiliate, and it's not just the WAVwatch 100 code that activates these sales that are happening right now.
Yeah. So if you have an affiliate that you want to support, use their code instead, and then we'll give you extra off for this special as we launch the watch. So
plus free shipping
and free U.S. shipping.
We sneak that in, Mom.
Yes.
We sneak that in.
Yeah, she doesn't like that, but we do it just for fun. No, I'm kidding. Oh, this is great. We got some fun comments in here. Somebody said the old watch and weight loss. She's been using it. So,
yay! Lost inches. I need that. Gee.
Yeah. Any other questions you guys see in the chat that we could answer at this time?
I saw one. Someone's asking if the new features are also included on that upgrade card. So the upgrade card is only the actual frequency sets that are part of the 2.0 watch. None of the extra features like extra playlists and stuff like that are not included on that card. It's purely just the actual frequencies themselves.
Yeah, that's a great point, Tom. Thanks for bringing that up. And I can show on the website here. I'll maybe. So if you guys want to see, if you go to buy.wavwatch.com, you can see the WAVwatch 2.0s on pre-order, and you can select from rose gold or graphite.
Do you want to put that on the screen, bro?
It should be. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Sorry. All right, let me start. So
what's the address again? Yeah.
So if you go to buy.wavwatch.com, this is our purchase site, and you can see the pre-order here for 2.0, and you can select from rose gold or graphite, and then you'll notice that it's a partial payment, and so you'll pay 50% up front and the remaining 50% is charged later. And you can also see that that's the same setup for the 1.9 upgrade card and the screen protectors. So here's the 1.9 upgrade card. And so those of you who are asking about the frequencies on the 1.9, these are listed on this link. So I can drop that link in the chat for those of you looking to see, but as you can see, it's got the same frequency sets minus the whole sleep folder. Now it does have a 1 hour in self-care. It has a 1 hour sleep balance frequency. So,
but not the full,
not the full 11 hours.
Yeah. I'm going to answer a tough question here. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Will you develop an app to use for programming the WAVwatch? So when I say that, on customs, we have to declare it's a smartwatch, and I'm not saying it's not smart, but it's kind of a dumb watch intentionally, because it does not, it intentionally does not have any sort of connection, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, 4G, 5G, 10G, whatever connection you're thinking of. So at this point, we are not having any interaction like that. But we're always trying to figure out how to make it even more user friendly for people. But the real reason, and I might even let Linda take this one, the real reason is that we want to make sure that we have a device that doesn't put off any EMFs whatsoever for you all. And that's something that we have been able to make happen. So we're very excited about that. But it is not going to interact with an app. Although you could be on an app on your phone, and you could use kind of that frequency finder that Joseph demonstrated earlier in order to pick out which frequency you might be looking for. So.
Great question here. Somebody asked, are the bands the same size? It's my understanding they are. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was in a band once, and we are the same size. Joseph and I used to be in a band called Time Will Tell. So
yes,
I don't know.
Time will tell.
Christian rock band, really fun.
But no, yeah, the bands are the same size. I'll show that to you as well. And you just the exact same thing. You just click it in here. So if you were wanting to put this on your dog, you could do it in the same way that we did with the double Velcros, or however you want to do it. So.
Yeah, and somebody's asking, can two watches be used simultaneously for different issues? I would jump in and say we recommend just focusing on one thing at a time. So yeah, and that goes along with what Tom was saying earlier about 6 to 8 hours of recommended use. Tom and Terry and several other people in customer support had mentioned that some people are just 24/7. You've got hundreds and hundreds of frequencies that could be overwhelming your body with too many ideas. So you want to just pick a few things that you're working on and let those be your focus and not overwhelm your body.
Okay, now pretty quickly here, someone was saying in the side that they just tried to buy and only got a $25 discount.
They need to have their
an affiliate
coupon
code.
Yep.
Yeah.
You still need to enter a coupon code.
You also type in your coupon.
If you don't have one from an affiliate that you has recommended it to you, then you can use the code WAVwatch100, and that will give you that additional $100 off.
Yeah.
And then someone was asking again about the timing of which watches will accept the 1.9 upgrade card. And if I understood correctly, it was after December of 2022. Correct, Tom?
To make it easy, if you bought it in 2023 and to now,
it's upgradable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
very good.
And a question on how they request a free upgrade card if they have just bought it. There you go.
Yeah. Terry dropped a link in the chat earlier, but we can add that again in here in a minute. So
we should also probably maybe include it on the product page, have it as the first line. If you purchase within the last 30 days, sign up for a free card here.
We'll add that. Sorry.
We'll add that. Great idea. Thanks, Tom. How do I reach customer service? You can go to wavwatch.com/support, or if you want to give the phone number, Tom, I don't have it memorized.
I do not either. I call from that number all the time.
On the back of the booklet.
We'll drop it in the chat.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
And since I'm all about answering the hard questions, Thomas and any others, we're not able to do any trade-ins at this time of 1.0, but it's definitely something that has obviously been effective for very, very many people and works really fantastically. And we're doing our best to make sure that we're continuing to help grow that technology by offering the 1.9 upgrade card, but we're just not equipped to handle trade-ins at this time. Yes, there'll be a replay, and we can find that on YouTube. And then we only do have one discount code at a time, but the extra sale, the extra $25 off and free shipping, those are available automatically with one discount code.
I think somebody asked about getting the 2.0 pre-order and the 1.9 card at the same time, and what I realized is because they can only use one discount code, they might need
Yes.
to do separate orders on that, because that's keeping them from getting the $100 off the watch and the 50%. So sorry, yeah, that is a limitation that we're just realizing. That if you want to get both 1.9 and the watch and the 2.0 pre-order, you'll need to do separate orders to use both discount codes there.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be that could be a limitation.
And on the topic of purchasing advice, sadly, we are not able to do the pre-orders over the phone. To initiate the proper pre-order process, you do have to go on our website to place that order. I know a lot of people like to call us and place the order over the phone, but sadly for the pre-order, we can't. Once it does go live, we should be able to handle that at that point. But specifically for the pre-orders, you will have to go to our site.
Joseph, can you help out Jess here?
Yeah, well, I'm checking on the code here to see what's going on. So the discount offer for the launch is through the end of this week. So that that's kind of our Black Friday level special. So we're throwing in a Black Friday offer for you guys early to celebrate the launch of the watch. Let me show that on the screen here again for 1 second. All right.
So, Tom, we had a comment. Customer service is amazing. They help you, email you, and even talk to you on the phone if needed.
Thanks.
Always be back to you. That's Tom's department. He's the head of that and trains everybody and keeps it going. So thank you, Tom. Amazing.
Thank you. One thing I wanted to throw out there, I know every now and again we'll hear from people about not getting response from us. We've run into a lot, I don't know, in the last few months, it's gotten a little bit worse, where we will respond through either phone or email, and it bounces. Either your email was not accepting it, or it might have gone spam. And almost 100% of the time when I've talked to people to follow up, it has been that situation. So I assure you, we are not ignoring you ever. We try to get back to everybody as fast as we possibly can. So if you did not hear from us, we may need to figure out another way to get a hold of you, or just check your spam. Just general guidance.
Yep.
I'm covering up your face here, Tom. Tom is great.
Perfect.
Tom
No, that's great.
Okay.
So Jessica, sorry, Sunday at midnight. So this offer ends Sunday at midnight. And so I just saw another question about the 1.0 upgrade card, the sleep frequency. So there's a 1 hour sleep frequency in the self-care folder. That's amazing. I've used that. There are also calming and relaxation frequencies in the emotions folder that are helpful for sleep. So there are plenty of great things in the 1.9 upgrade card for sleep, just not the full 11-hour Chinese body clock situation that John is excited about.
Okay. Since we talked about bands, I've got another question. Does it include a Velcro band? Yes. The watches will either color includes a corresponding. Oh, here I'm.
You're full screen now.
Yeah. They'll include a corresponding color that matches. And then it will also include the Velcro band that we've all come to know and love. So the answer is yes, in addition to the color band.
Awesome.
Now there was a question on how to replace the old SDTF card, and you just look right here. Can you see this one? You just use your fingernail and push in, and then it comes out. Can you see how it came out? It's loose.
Yep.
So I just pull it out, and then I put the new one back in the same direction the other one came out. So then you just put it right back in. And don't throw your old one away. Keep it. You never know. So that would be, that's all it is. The middle of the card right here. Middle of the one side.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep. All right. And so somebody asked again about the card upgrade code. That was here. Card upgrade. Keep it simple.
And that
All
is
right.
if you purchased it from 23.
Well, anybody can get the 50% off code. So
The new card.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And all right. So trying to see if we have any other questions here. All right. This is exciting.
Yeah.
Got a lot of people on here.
Is there a section for pets was the question. And John, I don't know if you have that handy or not. But all of the frequencies work for pets. It doesn't matter.
Right. We do not have an exact frequency folder that is specifically designated for pets. That is, we do not have that at this time.
Yeah, but you do have some, I would say, better in emotions. You've got some calming, different things that, you've got a full hour just ready there. If it's a thunderstorm and you need to help bring some calm to your pet, you got that 1 hour ready to go under emotions.
And John has shown several times how to put 2 wristbands together to make a larger collar for your dog. And that is on my dog right now because there were a lot of fireworks last night that we hadn't expected. And my dog got scared and slept in the closet all night. So she's wearing the WAVwatch for
all right.
All that anxiety.
And then someone is asking when this is going live. So it's technically live on our website for order right now. And then and it's as a pre-order, just like it's shown on the screen. And then we are hoping to ship by the first week of December, barring any unforeseen issues. So.
And I'm seeing a question now about free shipping is not working on the card upgrade. Let me work on that so that we can get you guys free shipping on that. My apologies.
So someone was asking about, is there a frequency for shingles and the nerve damage? And there actually is a frequency for that. And if you're talking about the new watch, you just go in. Can you explain that one more time, Joseph, where that's located at on the website to find a new or where frequency is at?
It's not live yet on our website, Linda.
Oh, my apologies.
That's okay.
Releasing that.
Yeah.
We will have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to be just a really friendly, simple chat bot that will help you find out where the frequency you're looking for is. And it will be called the Frequency Finder. So we're excited about that.
Pain and then nerve recovery is where I believe that is right now. So
yes.
All right. Wonderful. So to those of you asking about the free shipping for the upgrade card, I have just fixed that. So if you want to refresh your browser, you should be able to get free shipping on your upgrade card. My apologies.
You were able to fix, I can barely unmute my computer. You fixed that while you were talking? Good grief.
Well, before I said I fixed it, I did it before. I'm just kidding. Well, the last thing I want to say is I'm so thankful for all of you, John, my awesome brother, Linda, my mom, and Tom, amazing guy to work with, and your wife, Terry, she's great. And just everybody else on our team. We have such a great team, Pat, Steve, Amy, Laura, so many people that I could name. So, but
Michael.
Michael, thank you. Vienna, yeah. So
everybody in my office.
The shipping team.
Yeah, Linda's got a shipping team. And so, but most of all of you that have made WAVwatch a company that we get to work for, that we get to dream big dreams. And, forgive us if this first product or I guess our second product launch is not perfect, but we're learning as we go, and there will be more in the future next year, and not different things. So just to say, John's been working on some other things that we're excited about. So, but for now, WAVwatch 2.0 is live, and we're so excited.
Watch closely, bro. You put me back. So we're keeping things super friendly, but we're about to say goodbye.
Goodbye. That's good.
All right. That was perfect. Love you all. Take care.
Thanks, Linda.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Joseph, John. Love everybody and love all of my customers. Thank you so much for believing in this product. Thank you.